Hey guys, what's going on? Hope all of you are doing well. Back once again for the Transformers franchise review, and today I'm going to be reviewing Transformers The Last Knight. This is the fifth installment of the franchise, and this is the second film we see Mark Wahlberg in, and his character has kind of been in hiding. I guess lives at this like abandoned junkyard. His daughter has moved on and is doing, things in her life. And of course, we have a new threat. We do have reference to Unicron, and I believe this new threat is trying to get Unicron to be resurrected in some way. And of course, like any other Transformer film, Autobots take on the Decepticons throughout the film. Now, we do see returning cast members from the first three films. John Turturro and Josh Duhamel do end up actually returning for this film. We also get Stanley Tucci in this, and we also get Mark Wahlberg returns, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I think that might be it. No, we get Anthony Hopkins, and basically, we have the Transformers kind of being there during King Arthur and Merlin, and they tie that story into this one, and we find out this woman, this love interest to Mark Wahlberg's character of some sort, is the last descendant to I want to say it's Merlin, and we find out Mark Wahlberg is a descendant to King Arthur. And this entire film is them trying to get these artifacts that can potentially help their planet, and also stop the villain of the film. And there's always that villain of the film who has, bigger plans when it comes to their story, but at the same time, it's pretty much Autobots versus Decepticons. So nothing new and a whole lot going on there. And we do have Anthony Hopkins, who we find out is related to Sam Witwicky. He says he's the last descendant or last, Witwicky, um, I believe. But the interesting thing I find is that I feel like this film takes place so many years. You kind of get that feeling, but at the same time, it's hard to explain. I didn't really care for the reference to Sam. They should have just had him in the film. Um, you kind of get off the vibe that Sam, in this version of this world of Transformer, that he's, taken out of the picture. He's, no longer around. So it's kind of weird in the direction that they went. You really can't tell timeline, what timeline it takes place in. But all in all, it's a fun movie. I do enjoy this one. We do kind of get like a glimpse of like Grimlock in some way. I do. I think the big thing I like is the fact that they, intertwine King Arthur and Merlin into the story and the history behind the Autobots and stuff being around in some way, or the Transformers being around in that time period. So I do like that to some extent. I do like the fact that Josh Duhamel and John Turturro do end up actually returning. It was nice to see them be part of this film. But all in all, it's a fun action film. I do like that we finally get Hot Rod. Took long enough, but we do get him, and I believe he has like a French accent, which is fine with me. I'm cool with that. Um, but nonetheless, it's a your basic blockbuster film. There's not a whole lot going on. I do like that. I think the positives is we do get a few returning familiar faces. I do like the Merlin and King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table story. I like the Descendants, situation. But all in all, it's a fun movie. I will say the cons is finding out what happens to Sam Witwicky, Anthony Hopkins. I feel like should have had more to do with this film, but it is what it is with that. But if you've seen it, I would love to know what your opinion is. I know this movie didn't do too well. I think it got a lot of bad reviews, but I don't. Excuse me. I don't think it's as bad as people tend to make it. Excuse me. I don't think it's as bad as people tend to make it. I think it's just, a typical blockbuster film with a pretty decent story, and it's a Transformer film. What do you expect? But I do prefer it over the third one, and I can't say that enough. That third movie is just not good by all means. Story wise, it's not good, but everything else I think is decent for that. But yeah, Transformers: The Last Night is a fun, typical Transformer action film. Decent story, but if you've seen it, let me know what your thoughts are. And if you enjoyed my reviews and thoughts on this movie, give it a thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do so. I do collection updates, unboxings, movie reviews, and so much more. And if you guys want to check out the reviews for my other Transformer films, I have already done those. They're under my playlist of movie reviews, and you guys can go check those out. Those are the most recent reviews I've done. So if you go and click the channel, they should be right there at the top. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Film Talk with Mikey. Till next time, we'll talk films. Don't forget to check out my eBay store. The link to that will be down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.